Welcome back to the Goofy Rebuilds, where today we are going to be taking this team of kickers and punters and seeing how they do in simulation. So if you like success in wins and rebuilds, this maybe isn't the one for you, but if you like some good old chaos and just seeing what happens, then this is the one for you. And I actually have a plan to spice this up a little bit so we aren't just getting blown out in every game. But I want to get into this rebuild. I'm interested to see how this team does, but the reason we are doing this is because we hit the like goal of 2,000 on the video where I said we would do this. We hit it pretty quick too, so thank y'all for that. So let's up it a little bit. If we can get to 2,500 likes on this video, and only if we hit that goal, it'll let me know that y'all want to see another one position only team that I'm going to do a similar way. Again, I'll tell you how I'm going to do this in a second, but if we can hit 2,500 likes, I could do a team of quarterbacks, running backs, O-linemen, D-linemen. So let me know what you would want to see down below, because if I use your suggestion, I'll give you a shout out. I'll probably do the most liked comments, so like any ideas you see. I guess there are only like 10 possible ideas, but whatever. But also be sure to subscribe for more. I'm trying to hit 50K by the end of February. We're getting really close to 40K, so thank you all for that. I thought the goal of 50K by the end of February was insane, but I think we're on pace to hit that, so thank you all for that. And all I do are Madden rebuilds, and it'll make you an OG of the channel for when we inevitably hit 10 million subscribers, so be sure to do it. But enough yapping, let's get into more yapping, and let me tell y'all how I'm gonna do this. So for this first year, it is gonna be purely only kickers and punters. Y'all have seen the team by this point, but in this coming off season, we're gonna draft only kickers and punters, obviously, except for each off season, I'm gonna allow us to draft one player who isn't a kicker or punter and sign one free agent who isn't a kicker or punter. And we are gonna see how long it takes this team to win a game made up of only kickers and punters with a little bit of an exception. I thought that would add a little spice to this, to just see how long it would take to win a game. You know, hey, maybe we win one year one. I don't think that's likely with a 0 overall offense and a 2 overall defense, but hey, maybe. You never know. A 2 almost seems more disrespectful. Like, I wish it was just a 0 at that point. I don't know. But this is going to be an interesting simulation. Will this team just act like a 0 overall team and lose 100-0 in every game? Or will we be competitive in a few with our boy Johnny Hecker at QB, who comes with 3 upgrade points? That's huge. Up to a deadly 26 in a second. But let's get to the midseason point and we will see how bad it is. And you know what? To add a little more spice to this, leave a prediction in the comments. What will be the first game we win? Or what season? I'm going to guess year 3. I'll even go down to the week. I'm going to guess year 3, week 11. Watch that be a bye week. I don't know. That's my prediction. We'll see. Let's get to the midseason point. All right. Well, yeah, that's about right. We're 0-7, and we're coming off of a 70-0 loss against the Lions. That's about right. So this is just going to act like a 0 overall team for the beginning. Hey, at least we have positive rushing instead of negative 100 rushing yards at the midseason. Could be worse. Could be worse. I wonder what our closest game is so far, though. Or do we just not have any close games? We don't at all. Our closest is, I guess, against the Bengals and the Browns, 0-63. Our worst loss is 0-84 against the Steelers. That's tough, but we're gonna focus scout quarterbacks. It is a strong position this year, thankfully. Literally 4 of the top 5 are quarterbacks, so that works out pretty well. Someone named Quentin Cox, that goes hard. But let's get to the end of the season and we'll see if we get closer to a win as we develop a little more. More than likely not, but we'll see. Okay, well, we of course finish 0-17. We get beat 70-0 by the Steelers, but were we close? How close did we get? We only lost 56-0 in 4 games in a row, then 49-0, then 49-0 again, so we got close to beating the Chargers and the Jags. Interesting. It looks like we did definitely get better throughout the year, though, so I guess that's a positive. Let's check out our stats, though. I'm sure these will be great. Johnny Hecker, 789 yards, 0 touchdowns, 26 interceptions, 25 completion percentage. Lou Hedley was our leading rusher with 80 yards on 101 attempts. Wow, this offense was, I think, worse than I've ever seen with even a 0 overall team. Brian Anger was our leading receiver with 260 yards. I mean, I guess I can't say that. We just didn't pass much because it's the Ravens offense, or this is more like the Ravens old offense, I guess. Jake Camarda allowed 25 sacks. That's great. We had a lot of tackles. 171 for Jamie Gillen led the team. No tackles for loss, no sacks, no picks, and no bitches. I don't know. That's tough. MVP goes to Dak Prescott. Big shocker there. Lamar got picked up by the Colts. I feel like the Colts always pick up our quarterback and just forget they have Anthony Richardson. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm checking awards. We're not going to have anyone. Actually, we could have someone for best linebacker. We'll see. No. Okay. But that's all for this first year. Let's get into the offseason. We should have some dev-ups for whatever that's worth. I guess at least on defense with all the tackles, but yeah, this was certainly a season. In the Super Bowl, the Cowboys destroy the Bengals, though, 31-10. That's realistic. Jamie Gillen did get superstar dev, though, which is nice. Now, does he want to re-sign? I guess it doesn't matter if he doesn't, but he is one of our better players currently. He does re-sign, though. We have a lot of upgrades we can't spend because most of these guys are 12 overalls. Oh, God, I have to cut all the practice squad guys. But now comes another interesting part. Who is going to be available in free agency? And another question is, what position do we want to go for? We're going to draft a QB, but honestly, with how run heavy we are, I think signing a running back might be the move. As I always say, in simulation, you cannot do well without a good running back. So let's see who we want to sign. Ooh, okay. The running backs aren't that good, honestly. If we're going to go for one, it's going to be Damian Harris, because he does well in simulation. These two do not. We could also go with a receiver. Amari Cooper, Michael Pittman, but with how run heavy we are, Damian Harris might have to be the move. I mean, there's also Tyron Smith, Christian Wilkins, Stephon Gilmore. Like, there are some other players, but running back is very important in this game. So, Damian Harris, do you want to join the team of kickers and punters? He does. I don't know why he does, but we'll take it. And let's get to the draft. But in the draft, we pick at number 1, of course. I mean, big surprise there. And there are 4 top 5 QBs. Well, 4 quarterbacks projected to go in the top 5. The problem is, none of them are actual top 5 players in the class. The best one is Brian Thompson, and that's who we're going to take, obviously. I wish he was a little more of a scrambler. You know, 4.84 speed isn't great, but he has great acceleration, great agility, great change of direction, so that's pretty good. Elite strength, great throw power. I'm kind of scared he'll have normal dev, but I mean, I'm going to go with the highest overall QB here no matter what, so let's go with Brian Thompson. Yeah, that'll do it. That's tough. I don't think he'll get a dev trade either playing in this offense, so that's tough. At least I knew. But now I almost picked another player. Now we can only pick kickers and punters. This does something weird. Wait, Shaquem Harrison, I already knew his awareness was an A. It showed as an A, and then I focus scouted him, and now it's an A to B. Why is that what it did? That's really weird. I don't know. He's a pretty good athlete, too. Drew Mann is the fastest punter, so I think we'll be taking both of these guys. I'm not going to show me pick all these kickers and punters, by the way. That would be boring, but I'll show a couple. Shaquem Harrison, welcome to the team. No dev trait. That's tough, but 80 speed, 80 excel, 31 strength isn't great, but it is what it is. We'll find somewhere to play him. And let's see. Let's go with Drew Mann out of NC State. He has great strength, which is 4 reps. He would probably be an offensive player with F pursuit. And if it's F pursuit for a punter, that's probably 12. But let's take him. 80 speed, 84 excel, 30 set. This dude looks pretty much the same as the last guy we took. At least we're getting like decently fast players, which is a little surprising. And last pick, let's go with Mike Brewer. The fastest kicker has 493 speed, which, by the way, 472 speed for a punter, that was pretty good. 493 isn't even bad, I don't think. I mean, I guess I don't pay that much attention to kicker and punter combines, but I don't think that's too bad. 493 is pretty good for them, but 472, that was really good. Anyways, Mike Brewer, last pick I'm going to show. Let's take him. Another dude, normally they're pretty generous with kicker and punter dev traits. We're getting unlucky here. That's tough. But let's get to the draft recap. Okay, well, I'm realizing I forgot to pick, like, you know, the strong draft classes. I forgot to switch the sliders over, which that's maybe an advantage for us because we only get to make 1 draft pick, really. So that probably is an advantage. Brian Thompson's only a 74, which is about what I expected. I just wish he had a dev trait. I didn't think he would, but I was hoping he would. He's really strong, though. 77 strength for a QB. I mean, he looks really good on paper, just no dev trait is really tough. And then the rest of the draft, obviously kickers and punters. I guess our best player is Shaquem Harrison, which isn't a surprise. He was like the fastest. He's definitely a pretty decent corner. We could also play him somewhere else if we want to. He's probably a decent safety, maybe like a 35. Oh, only a 30. Yeah, corner's probably his best position. I think he was also a decent receiver. No, only a 20. I thought there was one more position where he was decent, but no, corner's definitely his spot. But yeah, we got some tackles, got some pass rushers. We did get one dev trait at least. I think it was Nick Grayson. I thought we would get more, but once we get, you know, stronger draft classes, we should get a few more, I think. I hope. But let's see how the team's looking heading into year 2. Maybe we can get close to winning a game already. We'll see. Oh my God. Well, I guess this is fitting because, you know, we're the Ravens. We've been seeing the Steelers a lot, but the Steelers they hired Arthur Smith as their offensive coordinator. I mean, I've been a big Arthur Smith fan in the past. He's objectively a pretty decent play caller. He just ignores good players when they have them, so that's not ideal. If he stopped doing that, though, I mean, he was really good on the Titans as their offensive coordinator. He's a pretty good play caller. He needs to use his weapons when he has them. And if he can, I mean, the Steelers could have a pretty good offense. I felt like bringing that up because I know that move's gonna get hated a lot. I don't love it, but it could be good. But here is a look at the team heading into year 2. It isn't good, but it is better. New quarterback, new running back, almost an entirely new offense, I guess, other than our receiving core. The defense is also interesting. 13 overall defense, 18 overall offense, 15 overall team. That's great. A few superstars now, at least. I mean, well, Koo and Fox both had superstar, but Gillen has superstar now, as y'all know. Don't think that's gonna matter, but I guess you never know. I don't know. What is there to say about this team? It's a team of kickers and punters. We're trying to win games, and we'll see how long that takes. So let's get to the midseason point, and we will see if we can get close, hopefully. Okay, well, unsurprisingly, we do not have a win yet. We don't, I just hit my mic. We don't deserve one necessarily, but, well, not necessarily. We definitely don't deserve one. But have we gotten closer? It wouldn't surprise me if we didn't. No, we have. We're at least putting up points now. What is this, 27 total points? I mean, we'll take that with a 17 overall offense or whatever we have. Our closest game was a 38-0 loss against the Commanders, which is fitting, I guess. That's the team we're closest to beating. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we got within 2 scores of a team this season. We'll say 3. Now that I say that, we're just gonna get decimated for the rest of the year, but hopefully not. What dev trait does Nick Grayson have? I don't know why he's speaking so hard for me sometimes, but only star dev. That's tough. All right, we have some re-signings. I mean, these aren't that interesting. You know, we should be able to get all these guys back eventually. But for our focus position, we're gonna go receiver this year. It's not necessarily a strength of the class. I almost went outside linebacker so we could get a pass rusher, and of course, right and left outside linebackers are 2 strengths, but I think it would be better to just sign one in free agency. Actual pass rushers in this game just play better than the, you know, drafted ones, even if they are a much lower overall, which is stupid, but whatever. So we'll draft a receiver with the #1 overall pick, assuming there is a good one, which, you know, maybe not if there isn't a good one. I don't know. But let's get into well, yeah, I guess we'll just get straight to free agency. No, let's get to the end of the year and we'll see how we do. Yeah, it might have gotten worse. We lose 63-0 to the Browns in week 18. I feel like week 18 is always stacked against you though, so maybe the rest of the schedule's better. I don't know. Not really. We did kind of get worse in the second half of the year. Why? Our closest game in the second half of the year was a loss to the Cowboys, 0-42. So, you know, never great when that's our closest game, but it's definitely fair. Again, I can't complain, obviously. But let's check out our season stats. So, Brian Thompson, as a rookie, 1,300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, 38 completion percentage. You know, not the best year of all time. Not exactly going to win MVP with this season, but we can't really blame him too much. Damian Harris wasn't too bad, considering he had like an average of like an 18 overall for an offensive line. 669 yards, nice. Brian Thompson in the rushing game too, 600 yards, 4.1 per carry and a touchdown. That's pretty damn good. AJ Cole was again our leading receiver with 282 yards. We at least had a couple receiving touchdowns this year, obviously. The blocking was was better than it should have been, definitely. Steven McDonald, outright guard, only allowed 2 sacks somehow. I've had 90 overall guards allow like 10 outright guard. Ryan Wright led the team with 145 tackles. I was kind of hoping it would be Gillen again this year, so maybe he could get X factor, but I guess just less tackles overall, which makes sense. Tackles for loss, we did get some, thankfully. 2 for Gillen, 1 for Harrison, and 1 for Wilbur. Harrison could be up there for Defensive Rookie of the Year just off of purely tackles. We had no sacks, no picks. We had a forced fumble and a recovery from Gillen, so that's good. But MVP, is it Dak Prescott? No, it's Patrick Mahomes, the other one of the 2 that win it. But no Ravens for Offensive Player of the Year. None for Defensive. Cameron Rudolph at number 10 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He was our tight end. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Lee Anthony Prince. Did they win? The Browns got both Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, a division rival. Shaquem Harrison at number 10, so he was at least up there. Yeah, that was the season. Let's get into the off season. And this year is the season where I predicted we could get a win, but honestly, how we were getting smoked this year, it might be year 4. Oh, hey, real life Super Bowl. The Super Bowl nobody's happy about, but the real life Super Bowl, the Chiefs win 38-15. I mean, as a Seahawks fan, hopefully that's what happens, but we all know that's not what's gonna happen, so that's fun. Yeah, I have to cut all the practice squad guys again. This is gonna take 20 minutes. Yippee. But now, here we are in free agency, and are there any good players this year? Okay, yes. Unfortunately, though, at positions we don't really need. I mean, could we get Brandon Ayuk? Because if we get Brandon Ayuk, I would just draft a pass rusher with our first pick. I know I said I didn't really want to do that, but Ayuk probably has a full green off. Oh, he doesn't. Ooh. Okay, there's a world where we get him here. Now, will we get him? No, but there's a chance. We're just gonna how about we just make this a ridiculous offer? I'm feeling 7 years. I mean, we have no real need for cap space. How about 7 years, 300 mil? It's still not a what? How? Whatever. Well, if he doesn't take that, that's his own fault. I mean, shit. I don't know. Let's see if he wants to take it. If it wants to load. Oh, there he goes. Goodbye. And we get him. Okay, cool. A little bit of an overpay there, but a necessary evil, I guess. So now we're definitely drafting edge unless they all look terrible, which is a possibility. But that definitely makes this offense look at least a little better now at a 30 overall. Cool. But let's get to the draft. All right, well, in the draft, obviously, we pick at number 1. We unfortunately aren't able to get any of these pass rushers fully scouted, which sucks. You know, my thinking at the midseason, I think, was pretty sound. But, you know, in hindsight, I obviously wish I focused scouted outside linebackers. I mean, you know, it's not like I knew Brandon Ayuk was going to be available in free agency, but still. Anyways, who do we want? None of the pass rushers look that good. Oh. I mean, Max Yankee's fast. His ratings are terrible, other than his tackling. I mean, if we're taking a pass rusher in the top 5, they better have an A and a B for power and finesse moves, whichever one they're better at. This dude has, at best, a B and a C. Yeah, I'm good. We might go with Marcus Spencer. Again, I wish he was fully scouted, but 4.67 speed, 30 bench reps, you know, great speed, great strength, elite acceleration. I wish we knew for sure that his power moves was an A, but, you know, we can use some context clues here that he is a power rusher. Hopefully that's an A power moves, but I guess you never know. It could just be a B. The only thing I don't love is that he doesn't have A play rec, but I mean, other than that, he looks like our best option. Pat Johnson looks good too. He's just not as strong. He is faster, but Spencer has better acceleration, so I don't know. Plus, I guess we would be moving Johnson to outside linebacker where he would go down. Yeah, we'll go with Marcus Spencer, or was I saying Marcus? It's Marquise Spencer. I just don't know how to read. If I was even saying that, I don't know. I did at least once. Anyways, can't wait to see that beautiful, lovely normal dev. Okay, hidden. We're cooking now. Do I smell a 17-0 season coming up? He's wearing 52. We need to change that, but we might win a game. Probably not. We'll see. I hope. But I'm not gonna... You know, I'll take one kicker or punter here. I'll show one at least. Some of these guys have good awareness. They could actually be pretty good. Can't wait to see 4.99 is the fastest one. That actually could be a good prediction. 4.93, close enough. A awareness too. This guy could be pretty good. I mean, I use the term good loosely, but good in the sense that we're having to draft, you know, kickers and punters. George Bolden or whatever, let's take him. Normal dev. Yeah, at least he has good awareness, but why does every kicker and punter have around 35 strength. That's just rude. Okay, well, we did really well with our first pick. Marquise Spencer is an 82 overall. He has 90 power moves as a rookie. So apparently that was an A. Oh yeah, I need to change 52. You get 56, sure. Ooh, I was looking at this corner too, Tyrell Kramer. He looked kind of crazy. He had good speed. I saw he had good press, I think I remember. It's only 77. I thought it showed up as an A. I mean, that's not bad press, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there was a really good safety. Dorian Keenan to the Seahawks, an 84 overall, but Marquise Spencer was tied for the second best player in the class. So that was a pretty good pick. But yeah, the rest of the draft was what you would expect for a team of punters and kickers. Our best player was Clay Hepner, who's going to be a corner at a 34 overall. So we'll see how that goes, but is one of the better players on our team. But let's get into year 3, and we will see if we can at least get maybe close to winning a game this year. Surely. All right, well, heading into year 3, we have a 28 overall team, 31 offense, 25 defense. Maybe I was a little generous with the prediction that we could win a game this season, but you never know. I mean, I've seen crazier stuff happen literally every single rebuild, so there is a chance. It's a small chance, but there is a chance regardless. And we should develop a decent amount this year. I mean, the team's a lot younger, at least starters-wise, than it was at the beginning of this. A lot of Madden-generated punters and kickers are starting now, so that's, I guess, a good thing. Well, again, I use the term good loosely, but hopefully Thompson can do better this year. I mean, he has an upgrade, yay. We'll go improviser, I guess. But yeah, hopefully he can do better than 2 touchdowns to 21 picks with Brandon Ayuk as a receiving option now. But anyways, let's get to the midseason point. My prediction was year 3, week 11, I said. Watch that be a bye week. Imagine it is. Oh God. Oh, it's close. It's week 12. So the Packers is my prediction. I don't necessarily want to confirm that prediction. You know, reassessing this, I might say the Vikings in week 16. I don't know, the Vikings are pretty decent in simulations sometimes. Week 7 against the Dolphins could be close. They kind of suck because they become broke and lose all their players. The Jets in week 4 is possible. I don't know, we'll just have to see. Let's get to the midseason point. All right, well, I'm going until we win a game. Still 0-7, still yet to get a win, but are we close? I don't know why I keep going to stats, trying to check the schedule. I'll get it eventually. Okay, our closest game is a 3-score game. We lost 35-14 to the Bills, who are usually a really good team in simulation, so I'm surprised that was close, but it was. This one might have been the same amount too. No, that was 28 points. This was only 21, so I mean, we're getting close-ish. I mean, more than likely things will just get worse in the second half of the year, as they do in rebuilds a lot of the time with the team you're using. We were gonna do a year 4 anyways, but I think we will have to do one now to get our first win. The question is, what do we want to draft? I mean, higher overall linemen perform worse in this game, so I don't think I want to do that. Maybe corner. I don't know. And now we do actually have a decent amount of re-signings to worry about, so I'll do these, and let's get to the end of the season. Okay, well, before I reveal if we... Wow, I said that really weird. Before I reveal if we got a win in year 3, again, be sure to like the video if you enjoy. It helps me know that y'all are enjoying these videos. If there's anything I could ever ask you to do, it's just that. I would very much appreciate it. It helps YouTube know that people enjoy these videos and pushes them to more people. And yeah, again, 2,500 likes, and we'll do another team of whatever position y'all want to see in the comments below. Ooh, Marquise Spencer has X Factor and is already up to an 86 overall. All right, we'll take that. But in year number 3, big surprise, we did not get a win yet. I'm gonna go until we get a win. I'm serious. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I want to get a win with this team. Brian Thompson, 2,000 yards, 9 touchdowns, 12 picks. He's getting better slowly. Wow, a lot of rushing yards this year. Damian Harris was good. Only 212 attempts, 900 yards, 4.3 per carry. Good average, 5 touchdowns. Brian Thompson, though, 800 yards, 4.2 per carry, 4 touchdowns. He was really good. Brandon Ayuk was our leading receiver with only 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. The blocking, wow. Julian Mulligan, a 22 overall, joins the all castration team. I have had, what, David Andrews, I think think I've had David Andrews allow like 10 sacks in a season in a not particularly heavy passing offense or pass-heavy offense. So yeah, Julian Mulligan joins the all-castration team, no sacks. Jamie Gillen leads the team in tackles again with 130. Tackles for loss, 12 for Spencer. Actually, we're getting decent amounts now. A lot better than the 0 we got year 1. Sacks, 6 for Spencer, and that's it. And interceptions, 1 for Spencer and 1 for Braden Mann. We get our first 2 interceptions and our first interception from a punter. But MVP, big shocker, it goes to Dak Prescott. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor. Will we have anyone this year for like anything? I don't know. Spencer was at number 2 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I guess that doesn't matter too much because he already has an X factor, but would have been nice to win either way. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to check. What was our closest loss? I'm again guessing it got worse in the second half of the year. Yeah, so our closest loss still ended up being this game to the Bills, the second game of the year. But let's get into year number 4, and this is where we have a chance. There's a chance of winning a game. I don't even know if I feel like drafting anymore. I mean, most of the punters and kickers we're gonna draft will just end up being backups anyways. Like, I mean, I guess maybe we could get like a starting safety or something, or like a, I don't know, starting center, but Mulligan didn't allow any sacks, so like, what's the point? Maybe a receiver. I don't know. We'll see. We don't pass anyways. My guess is Cowboys, Chargers for the Super Bowl. Maybe that's a bold guess, but we'll see. If that's right, it's gonna look like I'm cheating. Dude, I was literally gonna say Cowboys, Chiefs, but I was like, we haven't seen that one yet. It's the one that pops up literally all the time. I got 50%, and I almost guessed it. This game hates me for real. Oh God, I said I'm gonna go. If this game really hates me, I said I'm gonna go until we get a win. We're probably gonna be here for 10 years. But I'll re-sign all these free agents, and we'll see how we're looking. Danny Wilbur really does not want to be a part of the team. He rejected us last year, is probably gonna reject us again here. No, we get him back. Okay. Well, let's see who our one free agent is gonna be. Ooh, honestly, this is like worst case scenario for free agency. I mean, I guess I didn't even know what I wanted in free agency. Maybe a like really good receiver. We could go for Tyler Lockett. I mean, he's old, but it doesn't really matter. Tight end could be helpful too, but they're just straight up isn't a good one. I mean, not like good enough to justify overtaking like a 90-something overall player. I think we're gonna draft a corner. There are some pretty good ones here though. Ivan Pace is an option. Could we get a lead for him? Not a for sure one. What if we just make this pass rush good? What if we get Matt Judon? That would be weird. Oh yeah, they made him not as good in franchise anymore. There's one player who's still like really good. It's Zadarius Smith. Is he here? No. All right, well that's tough. Is Jadeveon Clowney here? They just make like all former and I guess current Ravens edge rushers really good in this game. Ooh, never mind. Clowney isn't good anymore. Okay. It was always fun when the Cardinals would sign him and he would win Defensive Player of the Year every year. That was a good time. And then as soon as he stopped winning it, he actually became really good in real life. So I don't know. DeMarcus Lawrence might be the play. I'm between DeMarcus Lawrence and Jordan Mailata. He has been pretty decent, but also he's been playing with like an actual offensive line around him. So our O-line hasn't been the biggest problem with this team. So maybe this is crazy. I don't know, but I think we are going to go for DeMarcus Lawrence. If this was real life, I want to reiterate, I'm taking Jordan Mailata, but how players play in simulation and their overall are two different things. So DeMarcus Lawrence, welcome to the Ravens. And now let's get to the draft. But in the draft, this is an interesting one. We have a few different directions we could go here. I don't think I have literally anyone focus scouted, or not like fully scouted. So that's unfortunate. Some of these corners later look decent. Obviously we can't take them, but if we could, they look pretty good. But let's go over the players. There is Andrew Hubbard at left tackle. Decent enough strength, elite change of direction for whatever that's worth, but his ratings look insane. This dude's probably like an 80-something overall, or at least around an 80. Ooh, Nick Medlock's slow. He's probably still decent, but he's slow. He's probably like a 78. Justice Hancock, which is a goofy name. I didn't focus scout him, but he does look really good. The reason I didn't focus scout him is because I wanted to focus scout Damian Smith. Oh my God. Okay, he looks absolutely insane on paper. The problem is, whenever I take defensive tackles, they're never nearly as good as they look. So I don't think I'm going to take him, even though he does look kind of crazy. And the position I focus scouted, or yeah, I guess that's what you call it, was corner. Kari Sands looks very good. He doesn't look quite generational though. He could be, maybe. He's just not like insanely fast. He is fast. He's pretty quick, but not the best speed. So I don't think he's worth taking, although we still could, because we do really need corner. I also like how it doesn't even show a position rating for like half of our roster. It's just so bad that it's like, it's not even an F. It's an F. It's a G. Like, that's tough. Call me crazy. I kind of like Andrew Hubbard. His strength isn't the best, but his ratings kind of are. I don't know. If his strength was better, I would be like very adamant about this pick. But I mean, no, if he was real and had 31 bench reps and 33 at his pro day, I would be like, hell yeah, let's take him. But 31 bench reps is like 84 strength in this game. It's not good for some reason. Maybe I should have focus scouted Justice Hancock too, though. He looks really good, other than the block shedding. Whatever. Rare tackle pick at number 1, for me at least. Let's take Andrew Hubbard out of South Carolina. Wow, this game hates me today. Normal dev, that's cool. That's dope. All right, I'll take some kickers and punters. That's unlucky. Oh my god, this kicker's crazy. 80 speed, 99 kick power with hidden dev. Unfortunately, he's already 24 years old ass man, but a tackle too, for whatever that's worth. This is gonna be like the only good kicker slash punter we've even drafted. The best kicker or punter I've drafted is like a 74 overall. This guy might be good. I've seen some like 86 overall kickers and punters before, so I don't think he's that good, but maybe close to an 80. I don't know. All right, well, that was not a great number 1 pick. Hubbard is a 76 overall. Well, that's tough. Last year's number 1 pick was pretty good. Oh, really? Sands was an 81 overall? He was the best player there? He didn't even look that good. Oh, he just has really good man coverage. Okay, well, I don't know. There isn't really any difference between an A being a 78 and an A being an 84, which is another thing I don't really love about how drafting works. Like, in real life, you know, there's a difference between, like, you know, watching a player. Say there's someone who's, like, really good in man coverage, so you give them an A. But there's someone that's, like, generational, like, truly locked down, nothing gets past them in man coverage. That would still be an A, but that would be, like, a better A. Like, there would be a differentiation in real life. You'd be able to tell. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I wish there were A pluses sometimes. I feel like they would be too generous with those anyways, and just, I don't know. That's very nitpicky. There are much bigger problems with this game. They're on it. Was that the only 80 overall? No, there was probably a safety later on. No, that was the only 80 plus. Okay, this was a shit draft class. Understandable. Let's get into year 4. But here's a look at the team heading into what is hopefully the final year. I hope we can finally get a win. We're slowly creeping up. We're a 38 overall team. I mean, that's, I guess, the opposite of what an even okay team would be in an 83. Even then, that isn't that great. But the team on paper, there's a way we could win. We should have a good pass rush with DeMarcus Lawrence and Marquise Spencer coming off the edge, which they will both play edge. I don't know why I have Lawrence still lined up on the D-line, but whatever. You know, there's a world where we could be decent. Even our kickers are around like a 30-ish overall now for the most part, which is why I'm surprised it's only a 38, but I mean, I know that's not exactly how that works, but still, we don't even really have many players below a 38 overall starting. I guess that's not true, but it doesn't feel like it anymore, I guess. I don't know. I'm just rambling. Let's get to the midseason point. We'll see how we do. Hopefully we can get close. Okay, well, we are unfortunately 0-6 still, which again is fair. We're a 39 overall team. I was just hoping we could, you know, get some of that. I was hoping we could get treated how CPU teams get treated in this game, but I don't know why I hoped for that, because it's not realistic. I will say we're getting closer. We were within 2 scores against the Carolina Panthers. We only lost 28-14. Now the rest of this year is probably a wash, so that's tough. Next year is our year. I'm feeling it. Maybe. It might take 2 more years, because last year we were within 3 scores. This year it's 2. Next year will be 1. Maybe the year after that we'll get a tie. I don't know. We'll see. I might be done drafting at this point, because I don't know. Well, drafting punters at least. I might just draft like regular players and then just cut them. I don't know. I've been like smacking my mic a lot today. I'm sorry. That's probably kind of loud. It didn't show up as loud, but I don't know. All right, let's get to the end of the season. We'll see what happens. Should I force win a game and just pretend we won it? I don't know. We'll see. Damn. Okay, we are getting really close. We only lost 28-14 to the Commanders in week 18. We're getting there. We're like right there. If there is a team we're gonna beat, we need to hope it is like the Panthers. Well, the Panthers are usually good in simulation. I'm surprised we were close, but we need the Commanders on our schedule. We were only only within 10 points of beating the Titans. We were within 4 of beating the Browns. Okay, this next year, assuming everything goes right, it should be our year to get a win. We were right there. I'm surprised it was the Browns. The Browns have been like smoking us. Apparently not here though, at least not this year. Also fun little thing I figured out. If you have a player with a 12 overall for a certain rating, as long as it lets you spend that upgrade, which it does, sometimes it says you don't have enough skill points to purchase this bucket. Oh, well, that's a bad example. Sometimes it gives you like +5 of everything and just gives them a massive boost. So I turned auto upgrading off. Let me see if I can find an example. Hold on. Like AJ Cole, let me see if this does it. Oh, I think that did it. It gave him a 2 overall boost. So yeah, +5 catch in traffic, +5 spec catch. I've seen crazier ones than that, but it's weird how it does that. I don't know why it does. Oh, and then I don't have enough for playmaker. Whatever, that's fine. Oh, wait, did that say 0 grades, but it still let me do that? This game's weird. Whatever. Let's get into the off season. But a team that we almost beat at one point is in the Super Bowl. They lose, but the Bills lose to the Giants 24-14. I feel like the Giants end up making the Super Bowl a lot, which, you know, them heading into the year in real life, I think my 2 worst takes were that the Giants would be good and the Patriots would be decent. I didn't think they would be great, but I thought decent. I don't know what happened to the Giants, though. I mean, they looked good last year. It seemed like they only got better, and they were terrible. So I don't know what happened there. They got better at a certain point, but still. Maybe it was just Daniel Jones playing for a contract, and then he got it and stopped caring. I mean, I know he was hurt for most of the year, but he looked terrible when he was in. Anyways, that was way off topic. Let's see who hopefully our final free agent addition is. Hopefully. Well, it would be nice to get Aiden Hutchinson. We don't really need another pass rusher, but oh yeah, I never checked our season stats. I'm stupid. I guess it wouldn't hurt to add him, but let's see how our pass rush was. I'll go quick through the stats because this is kind of a weird point to show them at. Brian Thompson was actually decent, at least more touchdown passes than interceptions this year. It's always a good thing. Damian Harris, 800 yards, only 4.1 per carry. I mean, that's still pretty good. That's not bad. Brian Thompson was worse this year. At least he hit 600 yards, but only 3.8 yards per carry. Almost 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns for Brandon Ayuk. Literally our only receiver, though. I guess that's not wrong. The rest of our receivers are punters. The blocking was better than it should have been. Not, like, amazing, but still better than it should have been. Jamie Gillen led the team with 136 tackles. Tackles for loss, 19 for Lawrence, 12 for Spencer, and sacks, 13.5 for DeMarcus Lawrence. Only 4.5 for Spencer, though, as what? Maybe a 90 overall now? 89 overall X Factor? That makes sense. Thanks, EA. 0 interceptions this year. Okay. Secondary, I think, is going to be our priority here. But wait, let me see. Were there even any good secondary players available here? There is... No. The best one's Kendall Fuller, which that isn't bad, but do I really want Kendall Fuller over someone like Aiden Hutchinson? We just don't need Aiden Hutchinson. That's the problem. Sometimes he isn't good in this game either. I mean, I think could Sam Laporta be an option? You know what? Yeah, let's get a receiver other than just Brandon Ayuk. We're either going to go Sam Laporta if there isn't a team that's super interested. There isn't. What's the competition for Jordan Addison? Okay, tighter competition. So, Sam Laporta, welcome to the Ravens? Question mark? No. Welcome to the Ravens? Okay, welcome to the Ravens. Cool. That was scary. I thought he wasn't going to sign. So another good receiving option there. Now Brandon Ayuk doesn't have to be literally our only receiver. Ooh, Leonard has superstar. I mean, he isn't getting much action, pause, at receiver, so I wonder if there's somewhere better we could play him. Let me see. No. No, there isn't. I mean, maybe safety. Would he start there? Yeah, he would. You know what? Sure, why not? That'll be our move there. But let's get to the draft where we are definitely picking a corner. Okay, well, here in the draft, hopefully we make a better pick than the one we made last year. We'll see. And thankfully, it looks like there is a very, very good corner, Jalen McCutcheon. Okay, his play rec isn't great, but a lot of the time corners don't have good play rec, even the ones that are super high up. But he has A awareness, A man, A press, A zone coverage, A tackle, A hit power, A catching. This dude looks insane. 4.42 speed, which is good. He ran a 4.37 at his pro day. Great speed, elite strength, or great speed, elite acceleration. Only solid strength. I would argue he has, 14 reps, 15 at his pro day. That's about solid. I would say maybe a little better than solid, but that's about solid. Yeah, he looks insane. How do I want to do this? I want to manifest a not normal dev. Last time I said the player would probably have normal dev, and they did. So let's say he's gonna have superstar X Factor. Okay, I mean, hey, he could. It's not normal, thankfully, surprisingly. His jumping isn't that good, honestly. I don't think this guy's going to be like an 85 or anything. I mean, he could be. Some of those ratings are insane, but I think the player ac and the like not insane athletic ability, I mean, 95 excel's kind of crazy. I don't know. We'll see what his overall is. All right, well, yeah, Jalen McCutcheon isn't absolutely insane, but an 81 overall is pretty good. I thought that said 166. No, it says 186, which is still tiny for being 6'2". That is very thin. Is he gonna hold up? I don't know. I thought we drafted like, why can't I think of his name? The Commander's corner. That was a rookie last year, who's like 160 pounds. Their first, I can't think of his name. Why can I not think of his name? I don't know, whatever. That's what I thought we drafted, but he is at least a little bigger, kinda. And then I'll cut the rest of these guys. I just didn't feel like spending a ton of time taking more kickers and punters that probably would be backups anyways. Oh, this receiver, Carl Alexander, damn. Whoa, that's really rare. An 80 overall tackle in the 3rd round. Normally tackles past like the top 10 are shit in this game, even with strong draft classes. That's interesting. But yeah, I'll cut the rest of those players and let's see how we're looking heading into year number 4, 5. What year are we in? Is it year 5? It might be. I always lose count. All right, well, we're actually a 61 overall heading into year number 5. I'm surprised. Like, I guess corner and tight end were holding our over. That was like a 15 overall upgrade just from 2 players. More than 15. 25 almost. I mean, maybe I'm just drinking that stupid juice. Maybe I'm fucking stupid, but weren't we like a 40 at the end of last year? Maybe not. No, we might have been like a 44, so like 15 or 20. I don't know. Either way, big upgrades. You know, we finally have a passable corner, a pretty good one in McCutcheon. And then we finally have a good tight end too, so hopefully our receiving game won't be completely terrible, other than Brandon Ayuk. We'll see. But let's get to the midseason point, and will we finally get a win? I need it. I sure hope so. I can't be here all day. Okay, apparently I was lied to with our overall at the beginning of the year. We're only a 49, but I also lied to y'all. Instead of being at the midseason, we are actually at the end of the year. And before I reveal how we did, if we won a game in year 5, I think I said year 4, I don't know. But before I reveal how we did, be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. I'm sorry, I'm probably annoying, but like, I'd very much appreciate it. Again, 2,500 likes for another one of these. Let me know what position I should do, or maybe if you have even a better idea, let me know. I'll give you a shout out if you care about that. And oh yeah, subscribe for more if you haven't already. Expect a lot of big things coming this year, especially this off season for the NFL. I have a lot of fun plans. It'll make you an OG of the channel too. But actually, before I reveal our record, which kind of spoils it a little bit, let's go over the stats. So, Brian Thompson wasn't much help. He was actually really terrible. He was worse than last year somehow with better weapons. 2,600 yards, only 10 touchdowns to 13 picks. That's not great. How'd he do in the run game, though? Okay, our run game was pretty good. 850 yards for Damian Harris, almost 750 for Brian Thompson, 10 touchdowns for Harris, good yard per carry averages. Brandon Ayuk, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Sam Laporta, only 500 yards and 2 touchdowns, but that's better than what we've had, so I would say that's worth it. Our blocking, of course, Andrew Hubbard allowed more sacks than whatever. Who cares? It's not worth it. Jamie Gillen led the team with 131 tackles for loss, 14 for Spencer, 12 for Lawrence, and sacks. Okay, this is worth complaining about. 18 for 82 overall DeMarcus Lawrence, but 1.5 for 92 overall X Factor Marquise Spencer. Need I say more? I don't know. And then interceptions 2 for Jalen McCutcheon led the team, and that was it. No more. So I'm glad we drafted him. But we'll go super quick through the yearly awards. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. It always alternates between him and Dak Prescott. Najee Harris on the Rams up there. That's something. Mac Jones up there. All right. This was a season. DeMarcus Lawrence at number 3 for Defensive Player of the Year, and Jalen McCutcheon up there at number 4 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But if you couldn't already tell, in year number 5, it wasn't great, but we somehow won a game, going 1-16. Who did we beat? This took longer than I expected. I thought we could randomly luck into a win, and while we kind of did, because we only had a 49 overall team, it took longer than I expected. But let's see who the unfortunate team was. It was the Cleveland Browns. I guess that's kind of fitting. We beat them 24-23. I mean, a 1-point win is still a win. We achieved our goal. We definitely weren't good. We kind of got slapped around more than last year. We just happened to get a win. I mean, hey, a win is a win. That's it. So this was a rebuild. That's for sure. This was challenging. I always love doing stupid shit like this though. I don't know why, so I hope y'all enjoy this kind of stuff as much as I do. But this is our final team. Y'all literally just saw it, but it's not, for being mostly kickers and punters, it's not bad. I mean, it is bad, but you know what I mean. It's maybe even better than a team that is 90% kickers and punters should be. But that's it for today. We achieved our goal, so thank you all so much for watching. Again, like and subscribe and let me know what to do next down below. But with that, I will see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.